Today we're taking a look at something really different. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of this brand called Work Louder. Basically, they make these keyboards that are very focused on productivity, and they are also really well known for their trailers because they look like an Apple advert. And today they sent over one of their newer releases, the Framer Creator Micro. The first impressions from the unboxing and packaging itself, I was definitely really impressed. The box quality, the unboxing of the product itself, it's very smooth. The Framer Creator Micro is basically a macropad, but it's fully juiced up. It has a full CNC metal frame, 2100 mAh battery if you opt for the wireless option. It has 13 mechanical switches, 1 touch sensor, a knob, and a joystick, and most importantly, very nice RGB. So this whole project is a collaboration between Framer and Work Louder, and if you haven't heard of Framer, it's a no-code website builder. Since it is a collaboration with Framer, we do have a set of Framer icon keycaps. They do look really clean and they still do work out even though you're not using Framer. So what better way to show you guys how I would use a macropad than to show you guys how my workflow normally goes. So today's pretty simple. I just had to film a YouTube shot for these Wooting 60HE V2s, and I plan to do a longer video on the V2s obviously, but probably when aftermarket cases are out, and I'll probably just do a whole video of a review plus upgrading it at the same time. The filming process is pretty simple. I usually know what I want to talk about. In this case, it's just a rough guide as to what changes were made to the V2. So I'll just get shots of the case, the mounting, and some extra B-roll shots to cover up in case I miss out on certain things. We're done. Now that filming's done, it's time to edit and I can finally try out this for the first time. So the setup is in this app called Input, and they already have presets for different softwares, so I installed both the Premiere and Photoshop presets. I did a little tweaking every once in a while. Certain keys that I use a lot, I just kind of binded them on. And to be honest, in the beginning, it was really hard to remember which keys did what. So what I did was basically grab a few of the Framer icon keycaps and kind of place them in certain spots that I would kind of remember what would be around them. Because if I know that undo is here, I'll know that redo is here. If I know that paste is here, I'll know that copy is here. Everything just kind of snaps into my brain if I have certain placeholders in the keycaps themselves. After some time, I can basically just use the macropad without touching the keyboard unless I'm trying to do some text whatsoever. Certain things like using the knob for the timeline just makes it very immersive, I would say. I'm not sure how to describe it, but using the knob to scroll on the timeline, it makes you feel something different. Overall, I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. I personally can see myself using this over a longer period of time. The build quality feels amazing, the visuals as well. It looks great on a desk. I love that there are presets in the software, and the customization is really simple. And the best part to me, honestly, is the wireless connectivity. I can basically have it anywhere I want. If I'm getting lazy, I can lean back, put it nearer to me. I can have it beside my keyboard, but when I'm editing certain videos, I don't really need the keyboard. I can just use a macropad and I wouldn't get distracted, you know? I wouldn't just randomly open CS and start shooting some hits. Now, I did have some trouble connecting it via Bluetooth at first, and I did try a factory reset via their software, but it didn't really work, and I just put it down for a few days and I picked it up again and it randomly started working fine again. Now, the other downside, it's not really considered a downside, but maybe a hot swappable PCB, because I personally am not a huge fan of clicky switches, but if I could put in the switches that I like, that would be really nice. Or maybe I should have just got the silent version instead, since it is an option they do provide. So yes, this has been the Framer Creator Micro. As I mentioned, I do see myself using this long term for video editing. The setup was really easy. I think the main advantage of this is actually committing to using it. The longer you use it, the faster, the more accustomed you'll be, the speed of your workflow will increase by a lot. But if you actually do use Framer to create websites and whatnot, then this is something you should definitely check out. But aside from that, we have come to the end of the video. I'm so sorry, my voice is horrible because I have a blocked nose and I just recovered from the flu. But aside from that, like this video if you enjoyed this video, comment your thoughts on macropads down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.